Hello and good morning. I'm going to make some split pea soup for Thanksgiving, and this is a short video to show you how I make a large order of split pea soup. Here are all my ingredients. I'm starting off with a 15-inch oven roaster, 15-inch oven roaster. I am working with 3 bags of split peas. 3 bags of split peas. 2 carrots, and I'm not going to use all this onion, but I will use some white or yellow onion. Carrots and onions will be diced very finely. 2 large, I think these are 32-ounce low sodium chicken broth, and a bunch of ham shank. Bone-in ham shank that I've gotten at the store. It's been repackaged for smaller amounts for various recipes I use it for, but this is a lot. It's probably close to 3 pounds worth of ham shank, and salt and pepper to taste, and 1 bay leaf. I keep the bay leaf together. I use this for its positive chemical properties. I remove the bay leaf before serving. The process is simple. I'm going to put those 3 bags of split peas in the roaster, and I'm just going to rinse them off. I'll discard the water a couple times and just rinse these off. They say they've been washed already. I'll do it myself. So I'm going to rinse it off. So the peas in the roaster will be a little wet when I start. Then I'm going to put all this ham, bone-in ham, I'm going to put that in the middle, throw the bay leaf in, and I'm going to put all this chicken broth in right now, okay? So I know I'm going to use all of that. If I needed more chicken broth, I've got a can or 2 back in the pantry somewhere, and if I didn't have that, I would just add a little water. It's no big deal, okay? I'm going to bring everything in the chicken broth on the top of the stove. I'm going to bring it all to a boil. So the peas, the broth, the bone-in ham, and the bay leaf inside here brought to a boil. Once it's at a boil, let it go for a minute or 2. Then I'm going to drop the boil down to a simmer. I'm going to simmer it for about an hour, hour and a half. Then I'm going to, it's about when the meat is falling off the bone. Hour, hour and a half. I'm going to remove the bone from the meat, return the meat to the soup, and I'm going to keep it on a low simmer, smashing the peas as I go here and there for another half an hour, 45 minutes, maybe an hour, okay? Just depends. Until it's that creamy texture that I want. Now I've got just split peas that are becoming creamy, and I've got just the meat, the bone's been removed, and it's simmering. When I get it to the way I like it, I'll add my finely chopped up carrots and finely chopped up onion, maybe half this onion, maybe less than that, into the soup, okay? And then I'll be tasting it for salt and pepper. I'll salt and pepper it to taste, and it's done. Let me show you this process in a series of photographs this morning. The whole time will be about 3 hours or so, which is perfect. We're going to take this over to a gathering this afternoon, and I will actually not even carry it in this roaster. I'll put it in my large slow cooker, so I can take that to their house and plug it in on low. And I have found over the years that people start digging into the pea soup even before dinner. So it's right there, it's done, and somebody wants to eat. So that's what we got. That's what we're doing. Let me show you how it all comes together here through this video, through some photographs. All right, so that's it. I started at about 10:20 in the morning, and now it's noon. So a little under a couple hours. Actually, I'm probably gonna reduce this a little bit more. But you can see the consistency here. Now, okay, so this is done. Still very warm. When it gets cooler, it'll thicken up, but I want to reduce it just a little bit more. Now, you saw me adding some more chicken broth, and I figured out why that happened, or why I had to do that. When I started the boil on this, there wasn't enough liquid, and I go, what is going on here? I put in two cartons. I always have a can laying around just in case I need more, or a little bit of water. And then I realized that these cartons are only 32 ounces. And on my recipe, I called for 49 ounces. So somehow, in the course of the last few years, these boxes have shrunk. They're smaller than they were before. They were 49 ounces each for a total of 98. And now they're not. So I added another 4 cans of the same thing, low sodium chicken broth. These are 14.5 ounce cans. So 14.5 ounces times 4 plus 32, and 32 is about 122 ounces of chicken broth total for this recipe. So I'll have to annotate my recipe card. I would do 3 of these next time. I'll do 3 at 32 ounces, and then I'll still have a couple of these laying around. And you can see I buy them by the flat this time of year because they're cheaper. I didn't use any salt. I didn't use any pepper. When my wife comes and does a sample, she might add a little bit of salt, I don't know, or pepper, possibly. Anyway, so that's the recipe. It is done, ready to go. I will, because we're taking this to our friend's house, I will transfer all of this to my large slow cooker crock pot, just for ease in travel. I tape the lid down and put it in the back of the car, and haven't had any problems yet. So, but otherwise, I would just leave it in here and serve it right from here. That's it. I hope you enjoyed the video, learned a little something, or at least saw how I did it. And you do it the way you do it, and it'll be awesome. This is cowboy dip, and I have a video on how to make this. So check out that video. All right, everybody, have a wonderful Thanksgiving, and we'll do our exit screenshot from over here at the soup. Goodbye.